Nestled on the vast plains of eastern Henan province, Kaifeng is a city where the past lingers in every street, every courtyard, and every whisper of the breeze that drifts over the old city walls. Once the bustling capital of the northern Song dynasty, Kaifeng has long been celebrated as one of China's 7 ancient capitals, a title that hints at the city's profound historical and cultural significance. For travelers seeking an authentic immersion into the heart of Chinese civilization, Kaifeng offers a tapestry of experiences, blending centuries-old traditions with the rhythm of modern life. To truly appreciate this storied city, one must wander through its ancient sites, savor its local flavors, and lose oneself in the gentle pace of daily life along the banks of the Yellow River. Begin your journey at the heart of Kaifeng's legacy, the Dragon Pavilion, Longting. This imposing structure, set atop a broad platform and surrounded by tranquil lakes and lush gardens, was once the centerpiece of the Song Imperial Palace complex. While the original palace was lost to time and warfare, the current pavilion, rebuilt in the Qing dynasty, retains a stately grandeur. Ascend the stone steps to the main hall, where the intricate woodwork and sweeping eaves evoke the majesty of imperial China. From the balcony, gaze out over the Longting Lake, its surface reflecting willow trees and the silhouettes of distant pagodas. The Dragon Pavilion Park surrounding the site is a haven for locals who gather to practice Tai Chi, play chess, or simply stroll beneath the shade of ancient trees. During the annual Chrysanthemum Festival in late autumn, the gardens explode in a riot of color, showcasing Kaifeng's emblematic flower in elaborate displays, a tradition dating back to the Song era. A short walk from the Dragon Pavilion stands the Iron Pagoda, perhaps Kaifeng's most iconic landmark. Erected in 1049, this octagonal 13-story tower is a masterpiece of Song dynasty architecture. Contrary to its name, the pagoda is not made of iron. Rather, it is constructed of glazed bricks whose deep brown hue gives the appearance of cast metal. The surface of the pagoda is adorned with thousands of exquisite carvings, dragons, lions, Buddhist motifs, that have survived nearly a millennium of floods, earthquakes, and wars. Climb the narrow spiral staircase inside the pagoda, and you'll be rewarded with panoramic views of the city and the surrounding park, where lotus ponds and winding paths invite quiet contemplation. The Iron Pagoda is not just a relic. It is a living testament to the artistry and resilience of Kaifeng's people. To delve deeper into Kaifeng's spiritual heritage, visit the Daxiangguo Temple, one of the most revered Buddhist temples in northern China. Founded in the 7th century and rebuilt several times over the centuries, this temple complex is a serene oasis amid the city's bustle. Pass through the red gates and into the incense-laden courtyards, where monks chant sutras and devotees light candles before gilded statues of the Buddha. The temple's great hall houses a magnificent statue of Avalokitesvara, the Bodhisattva of compassion, flanked by intricately carved columns and murals depicting scenes from Buddhist lore. Daxiangguo Temple is especially lively during religious festivals, when pilgrims arrive from across China to pay their respects and participate in colorful ceremonies. Even for those without religious inclinations, the temple's harmonious architecture and tranquil gardens offer a space for reflection and peace. No exploration of Kaifeng would be complete without a stroll along the city's ancient walls. Though much of the original fortifications have been lost to time, the remaining sections, particularly the restored city gate towers, provide a tangible link to Kaifeng's days as a formidable stronghold. The walls encircle the old city, their ramparts offering sweeping views of both historic neighborhoods and the expanding modern skyline. Walking or cycling atop the walls at sunset is a magical experience, as the city is bathed in golden light and the sounds of evening life drift up from the streets below. Along the way, you'll encounter locals flying kites, couples taking wedding photos, and children racing along the battlements, all reminders of the city's enduring vitality. Kaifeng's Jewish Quarter is a lesser-known but deeply fascinating chapter in the city's story. For centuries, a thriving community of Chinese Jews lived here, descendants of merchants who arrived via the Silk Road during the Northern Song Dynasty. Though the original synagogue no longer stands, the area retains traces of its unique heritage, family names, traditions, and a handful of stone steles inscribed with Hebrew and Chinese. Visiting the Jewish Quarter is an exercise in historical detective work, best undertaken with a knowledgeable guide or through conversations with local families who preserve fragments of memory and ritual. The story of Kaifeng's Jews is one of adaptation, resilience, and the rich tapestry of cultural exchange that defines the city. As night falls, Kaifeng's famous night markets come alive, transforming the city's streets into a carnival of sights, sounds, and aromas. The most vibrant of these is the Gulu Night Market, located near the Drum Tower at the city's center. Here, under strings of lanterns, vendors hawk an astonishing variety of local delicacies: steamed buns stuffed with pork and vegetables, crispy fried dumplings, skewers of grilled lamb, and bowls of steaming hot and sour soup. Kaifeng is renowned for its xiao longbao, soup dumplings, which burst with savory broth at the slightest touch. Don't miss the Kaifeng-style crayfish or the sweet, sticky candied fruit skewers. The market is not just about food, it's a social hub where families, friends, and travelers mingle, sharing laughter and stories late into the night. Musicians perform traditional tunes, fortune tellers read palms, and street artists dazzle with acrobatics, creating an atmosphere that is both timeless and electric. For those interested in the arts, the Kaifeng Museum offers a comprehensive introduction to the city's rich history. Its galleries house artifacts spanning millennia, from Neolithic pottery and bronze ritual vessels to Song Dynasty paintings and calligraphy. Highlights include delicate porcelain pieces, intricate jade carvings, and a model of the ancient city layout. The museum also hosts temporary exhibitions on topics ranging from folk art to archaeological discoveries, providing fresh perspectives on Kaifeng's evolving identity. Interactive displays and multimedia presentations make the museum accessible to visitors of all ages, while the knowledgeable staff are eager to share insights into the city's storied past. A visit to Kaifeng is incomplete without experiencing the Millennium City Park, Qingming Riverside Landscape Garden, a sprawling theme park inspired by the famous Song Dynasty painting Along the River during the Qingming Festival by Zhang Zedwan. This remarkable scroll painting, often described as China's Mona Lisa, captures the vibrancy of Song-era urban life in astonishing detail. The park brings the painting to life, recreating bustling markets, tea houses, workshops, and river scenes with costumed actors, traditional craftspeople, and boat rides. Visitors can watch reenactments of ancient ceremonies, try their hand at calligraphy or kite making, and sample period-appropriate snacks. At night, spectacular light shows and performances transport guests back to the age of emperors and poets. While undeniably touristy, Millennium City Park is a labor of love. A living museum that celebrates Kaifeng's golden age with infectious enthusiasm. Nature lovers will find respite in Kaifeng's many parks and lakes, which dot the city like emerald jewels. Baogong Lake, named after the legendary Song Dynasty judge Bao Zheng, is a favorite spot for boating and picnicking. Shaded pathways wind around the water, lined with weeping willows and blooming lotuses in summer. On the lake's southern shore stands the memorial temple of Lord Bao, a shrine dedicated to the incorruptible magistrate who became a folk hero for his wisdom and sense of justice. The temple complex includes pavilions, halls, and a small museum chronicling Baozhang's life and legends. Statues and murals depict scenes from his most famous cases, and visitors often leave offerings in gratitude for his enduring example of honesty and fairness. Another natural gem is the Xiangguo Park, a tranquil retreat favored by birdwatchers and families alike. Here, amidst groves of bamboo and flowering trees, locals gather to play mahjong, fly kites, or simply enjoy the changing seasons. In spring, the park is awash with cherry blossoms. In autumn, chrysanthemums carpet the lawns in brilliant hues. The park's central pond is home to graceful swans and playful ducks, while shaded pavilions provide the perfect setting for poetry readings or quiet meditation. Such green spaces are more than mere decoration. They are integral to the rhythm of life in Kaifeng, offering moments of calm amid the city's ceaseless energy. Kaifeng's rich tapestry of religious life is further exemplified by the Grand Mosque, one of the oldest and most significant Islamic sites in China. Founded during the Yuan dynasty and expanded over subsequent centuries, the mosque blends traditional Chinese architectural elements with Islamic motifs. Its prayer halls are adorned with Arabic calligraphy, while the courtyards feature elegant moon gates and ornamental ponds. The mosque is still an active place of worship, serving the city's Hui Muslim community. Visitors are welcome outside of prayer times, and respectful dress is appreciated. Exploring the Grand Mosque offers a window into the diversity and tolerance that have shaped Kaifeng's character over the centuries. While the city's ancient monuments draw the eye, Kaifeng's living culture is equally captivating. Throughout the year, the city hosts a variety of festivals and folk performances that celebrate both its imperial heritage and contemporary creativity. The Kaifeng Chrysanthemum Festival, held each autumn, is the most famous, transforming parks, streets, and even private homes into a sea of blossoms. Artisans compete to create the most elaborate displays, using chrysanthemums to craft dragons, phoenixes, and mythological scenes. Traditional music, dance, and opera performances fill the air with festive spirit, while food stalls serve seasonal treats flavored with chrysanthemum petals. Other notable events include lantern festivals, temple fairs, and dragon boat races on the city's lakes and rivers. Kaifeng is also a paradise for those who appreciate traditional handicrafts. The city has long been known for its exquisite embroidery, paper cutting, and woodblock printing. In the old city's narrow alleys, you'll find workshops where artisans continue these ancient trades, their nimble fingers transforming silk, paper, and wood into works of art. Many are happy to demonstrate their techniques for curious visitors, and purchasing a handmade souvenir supports the preservation of these vanishing skills. Of particular note is Kaifeng's shadow puppetry, a form of storytelling that combines intricate leather puppets with music and narration. Performances are held at local theaters and sometimes in open-air markets, enchanting audiences young and old with tales of heroes, lovers, and trickster spirits. Beyond its urban core, Kaifeng's surroundings offer further adventures for the intrepid traveler. The nearby Yellow River, known as the cradle of Chinese civilization, flows just north of the city. Excursions to the riverbanks reveal sweeping vistas of golden fields, fishing villages, and the ever-changing moods of the mighty waterway. Boat trips and riverside picnics are popular, especially at sunrise or sunset, when the landscape glows with a painterly radiance. The river's importance to Kaifeng cannot be overstated. It has shaped the city's fortunes for millennia, bringing both prosperity and peril in the form of trade and devastating floods. Local museums and interpretive centers offer insight into the engineering feats and folklore that have arisen from this complex relationship. For those with an interest in archaeology, the Kaifeng Ancient City Ruins Park provides a glimpse into the layers of history that lie beneath modern streets. Ongoing excavations have uncovered remnants of palaces, city walls, and residential quarters from various dynasties. Interpretive signs and reconstructed foundations help visitors imagine the grandeur of Kaifeng at its zenith when poets, scholars, merchants, and warriors mingled in the imperial capital. The park is especially atmospheric in the early morning, when mist drifts over the exposed stones, and the only sounds are the calls of birds and the distant hum of the waking city. Food, of course, is an essential part of any journey, and Kaifeng's culinary scene is a source of pride for locals. In addition to the delights of the night markets, the city boasts a range of restaurants serving both traditional and innovative dishes. Signature specialties include Kaifeng-style steamed buns, Four Treasures soup, a rich broth featuring seafood and mushrooms, and Eight Immortals noodles, each ingredient symbolizing a legendary figure. Breakfast in Kaifeng is an adventure in itself, with vendors offering warm soy milk, crispy youtiao, fried dough sticks, and savory pancakes filled with scallions or minced meat. Tea houses are another highlight, providing a tranquil setting to sample regional teas and enjoy performances of Song Dynasty music or poetry recitations. Shopping in Kaifeng is a blend of the old and the new. The city's bustling markets and pedestrian streets are treasure troves of antiques, calligraphy supplies, embroidered fabrics, and local snacks. The Song Duyu Street, in particular, is famed for its lively atmosphere and eclectic mix of goods. Here, bargaining is half the fun, and shopkeepers are quick with a smile and a story. Modern shopping malls and boutiques cater to contemporary tastes, offering everything from designer fashions to the latest electronics. Yet even amid the march of progress, Kaifeng's markets retain an old-world charm, their rhythms shaped more by tradition than by trends. For families and those traveling with children, Kaifeng offers a range of recreational options. The city's amusement parks, zoos, and aquariums provide hours of entertainment, while hands-on workshops in calligraphy, kite-making, and pottery introduce young visitors to the joys of Chinese arts and crafts. Many parks feature playgrounds and open spaces for games and picnics, and the city's friendly, relaxed vibe makes it an easy place to explore with kids. Kaifeng's hotels and guest houses reflect the city's hospitality, offering accommodations to suit every budget and taste. From elegant heritage hotels housed in restored mansions to cozy family-run inns tucked away in quiet lanes, there is no shortage of welcoming places to rest after a day of exploration. Many establishments incorporate traditional design elements, carved wooden screens, courtyards filled with potted plants, and antique furnishings, creating an atmosphere that is both comfortable and evocative of the city's storied past. As you wander Kaifeng streets, it becomes clear that this is a city where history is not confined to museums or monuments, but lives on in daily rituals, in the cadence of local dialects, and in the proud gaze of its people. Whether you are tracing the footsteps of emperors in ancient pavilions, savoring the flavors of the night market, or simply watching the sun set over the old city walls, Kaifeng invites you to slow down, to listen, and to connect with a civilization that has endured for more than 1,000 years. It is a place where every corner holds a story, and every moment offers the chance to become part of a living tradition. In Kaifeng, the past is always present, and the future is being written with every passing day.